On deck, nestled under fur, I heard my name muttered from amongst a group of sailors. Whose idea was it to bring this woman with us? A pale woman, petite, with feet like ladyfingers, hands that never raised an oar, as chilly as a Senegal parakeet in Paris. Assuming the ice takes us, she will be first to die. There was silence as they revived their pipes. If the ice closed in, my death was certain, despite kindness, the floor lined with reindeer skins, tightly closed windows, the down-filled quilt more a nest than a room. Despite these excellent precautions, I suffered from the cold, was forced to exercise at night for warmth. Bluing hands, tearing eyes, I am travelled, lost, compass gone haywire, so north. Spinning, unable to read traces, tracks in the moss along the shore, polar bear prints, scat from a meagre meal, skeleton hand of a seal, this fence, these rocks. Upon the land there be many white bears, grey foxes, a great many deer, also white pheasant, wild geese, sea pigeons, sea parrots, willock, stint, and gulls, and some unworthy of naming. Soil. These rocks mark graves of whalers, and these are blubber ovens to render whale oil. The Dutch called whale oil train oil, from the Dutch word tran, meaning tear or drop. Soil, bone-covered, walrus bones, seal bones, great fish bones, time-whitened, ice-preserved, whole skeletons, fleshless seal fingers like human hands, inhabitants of a founded city. I left this charnel house, found myself in a cemetery, a founded city, relics upon the snow, coffins half open, empty of bodies, gnawed by bare teeth. The sturdy arms of the fat man in the white robe had displaced the stones, devastated the tombs, several bones scattered, half broken, gnawed, sad remains of a founded city. Other names for the bowhead include Ballina mysticetus, Arctic right whale, Greenland right whale. They were the right whales to kill, swam slowly, surfaced regularly, floated when dead. Unlike humpbacks or blue whales, they did not migrate south during the year. Instead, they tarried. Terra nullius, no man's land, like the high seas with its motley crews or the moon. No one to displace this time, with bears, foxes, bowheads, nothing to connect, no trees, no echoes. Most bore no inscription. On one, a friendly hand had knife cut a no longer legible name, Dordrecht, Holland. Another, also nameless, had come from Bremen, his death dated 1697. But two coffins placed in a hollow of a rock were in excellent keeping, their bodies still fleshy, clothed, nothing written of who they were or where they were from. For the first time I thought of France, my family, my friends, a fine sky. As to the dead strewn around, not scholars enraptured with discovery, lured by the unknown, just forsaken fishermen, seeking subsistence for families, Norwegian, Russian, Dutch. Their history was the same for all. The whale is a sea beast of a huge bigness. The mountains move too. Devonian red sandstone, also called old red sandstone, rich in iron oxide and scattered fossils, a primitive armoured fish formed from the erosion of the Caledonian Mountains, children of a continental fender bender, Avalonia Baltica Laurentia, before ice and all the names for blue, layered azure, robin's egg, cerulean, lapis, long before Longyearbyen, Oslo, Paris, before Pangaea, before even names shifted up from Morocco, which wasn't Morocco then of course, red rock in blue-grey north, 400 million years of wandering. This fence, metal posts mark out empty intervals, post, space, post, space, post, space, borders, boundaries, beating the bounds, once a year, post, 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 sand, rock shards, lichen, post, driftwood, splintered, post, sand, bird shit, post, 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 chain lengths, partitioned, triangulated, poles, planks, beams, barbed wire, electric rips and zaps, snagged clothes, snarls of wool on nails, drawn and quartered divisions, places for neighbourly gossip, fences flattened by gale force 4, or sprawling across deserts, keeping Bedouin at bay, marking out 40 acres beside the rail tracks, or prison camps. Fences as poems, begging attention, getting in the way, forcing diversions, post, 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 repeatable, infinite, post, 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 making the dull, blank wilderness legible, comparable, exchangeable. What else makes nothing into fields, gardens, vacant lots, post, 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 the patch where Dad had me paint, panels with thick black creosote, fireproof, pungent summer smell, posts pushing apart, posts pulling in, welcome, refusal, keeping in, out, stockades and balustrades, pickets, palisades, chain link, split rail, this fence. I think I'm running out of time on this. Made of keratin, like human hair or fingernails, also called whalebone, a misnomer, used by bowheads to filter krill, copperpods, fish, even small birds, opening its mouth, scooping shoals and water, pressing tongue against upper jaw, sieving out the prey, worked to frame umbrellas, stiffen collars, manufacture corset stays, baleen from the Latin balena, which means whale. Cut off his head containing tongue and teeth, tow it to the shore till high tide, haul it up with crabs and capstows, wait for low tide, cut out teeth with hatchets, 4 or 6 at once, lug further ashore, severed each one from each, scrape off the pith from the ends of the teeth with such scraping irons as coopers use, rub in the sand to strip the grease, salt into bundles of 50, bind up with cords, tie a stick on each of them on which is written some number and the company's mark, ready to be shipped. Just 2 more. Blubber laid upon blocks, hauled up with hand hooks, chopped, dropped off the block, down into the shallop, removed with a copper ladle, into a great tub, hanging on a gibbet, made to turn to and again between blubber boards and coppers, emptied, filled, and the shallop half full of water cools the oil, cleanses it from soot and dross. Oil runs down a wooden trough into butts and hogsheads, bunged up, marked and rolled, others set in their place. As the bowheads expired, the lamps ignited, spreading from the metropolis, whale-fueled, London, Stockholm, Amsterdam, Lisbon, terraforming from darkness and the wild, opening up the night, lighting the way for Edward Hopper, the late-night writer, for night trains and daylight-saving CCTV 24/7 economy, the Earth at night, seen from a satellite, bright coasts rimming dark polar holes, places where the bowheads lived.